Welcome to the Unraveling Achiever, the podcast for the person who's done everything right and is now questioning what that even means. I'm Angela McKay, former SVP of HR turned intuitive career coach and soul reading practitioner. I help accomplished folks like you to stop defaulting to what looks good and start building what feels true. Because you don't have to turn your life upside down. You just need to point your achiever energy toward a soul-led career and life you'll love. Every episode, I tune into the energy of what's showing up for my clients and community and share what needs to be heard. No bypassing the mess, just honest guidance for the unraveling that changes everything. Let's get into it. Today's episode is about what you need to let go of in order to move forward in the way that you would want to. We happen to be in a very quick moving period of time right now, be it the beginning of spring, be it it's Aries season. We're just in a season of time that is asking for a little bit quicker movement. And you can choose whether or not you want to move quick in this time of quicker movement. However, as I tune in for this, for what you need to let go of in order to move forward, it is my sense that you're interested in maybe some of this quicker movement, at least in an aligned direction. The idea is that if we want to go where we're going, we can't bring everything with us. We always have to make space for what we want to come in, what we want to arrive. If we don't create space for it, it can't come to us. And if it were to come to us, we wouldn't be able to receive it because everything is already full. There's no space for that thing to arrive. So we're talking about what you need to let go of so that you can create space for what it is that you want to arrive, so that you can make true forward movement towards what it is that you want. And this topic can be tough, especially for high achievers, because we do get wrapped up in the I can handle it all kind of mentality. And we can sure try to handle it all, but you're likely going to see the effects of that from stress, overwhelm, burnout, anxiety, depression, physical ailments. So, is it worth it? We want to keep our drive up, but we want to keep it focused on the direction we want to go and what it is that we want to call in, rather than continuing to hold all of this baggage that needs to be let go. So I tuned in to receive 3 messages about what to let go in order to move forward in a more aligned and desirable way. And here's what came through. The first message has to do with letting go of the way that it's always been done, or the way you've been told it should be done, or the way that you've come to believe that it should be done. So we're really questioning everything, quote unquote, should at this point. You have to let go of the ingrained methods and patterns that you believe to be the ones that you should be following or presenting. They might have been right for someone else, but at this point, they're not necessarily right for you. It's really great that you know of them. It's really great that you learned them. It's really great that they served as part of your foundation. It's really great that you have them to reflect back on if you want to. However, it's time that you start kind of carving out your own way. So you can take pieces of all those things that you learned and kind of package your own way together, but really allowing yourself to go in the direction that is meant for you in a way that is aligned and meant for you, rather than feeling like it has to look a very certain way because that's how you've seen it done or achieved before. The other element of this message is letting go of the idea that you have to do it all yourself. I did an episode recently, episode 16, the I'll just do it myself trap, that talked a lot about the various ways in which we stand in our own way by holding that belief of I'll just do it myself. So if you want to, go back and check out that episode to help reinforce this message. But you're going to have to let go of the idea of I'll just do it myself. So yes, we want you to find your own path rather than subscribe to the paths that have been carved before. You can make your own, bringing in elements of those previous paths. However, the other side is that does not mean that you'll just do it all yourself. Your path forward is going to still involve collaboration with others. It's going to involve the discernment of what it is that you need to do, what it is that you can delegate, what it is you can eliminate, and what it is that you can alter in some way. It's still going to include that discernment. So you're going to have to continue to let go of the I'll just do it myself mentality. Message 2 feels a little pointed, but this is asking for you to let go of that victim mentality or that martyr mindset. This feels really close to the I'll just do it myself message. When we choose to do everything ourselves, we often find ourselves in the victim mindset or the martyr mentality, where everything has fallen on us to take care of, and we can't rely on anyone else to do it, or no one else is stepping up to do it. So you think, fine, I'll just do it. And then we kind of have this woe is me energy happening, as well as resentment. You're going to build up resentment in that I'll just do it myself mentality. But there's an even more nuanced layer to this message. And it's that you might hold some of your value in the I'll just do it myself mentality, in the victim mindset, in the martyr mindset. Because as uncomfortable as those are, and as much as you think you don't want those mindsets, they also help you to feel seen and valuable. Because if you weren't doing it all yourself and you didn't have the victim mindset and you didn't have the martyr mentality, it would mean that maybe you're doing less. And if you're doing less and you attach your value to what it is that you do, then you're going to fear that you're no longer valuable. So you opt for victim mindset, martyr mentality, resentment, because it's the product of you doing things that help you to feel valuable. You're being asked to let go of those mindsets, to ask yourself, like, what in your life needs to change so that you no longer end up feeling that way. Just be prepared for it to dig a little deeper when you do look to let this one go, because you might find a little bit of attachment to those mindsets because they are the products of what you do to help make yourself feel of value. But the ways, what you're doing to feel of value, in which these mindsets are the result of, they're not aligned for you. So this message has to do with getting rid of the I'll just do it myself mentality. It's not helping you, as well as the potential attachment that you might have to that victim mindset. Message 3 is asking for better balance in the name of being able to tune into yourself. The things that you do in life that are joyful and that fill you up and make you feel great before, during, and after, those are great joy. Those are the sorts of joy that we want to be able to fill our lives with. However, the things that you do to kind of escape how you feel that might bring you joy in a moment, but they don't bring you joy after, those are the things that we need to let go of. This feels based in how you fuel yourself. So, like hydration and nutrition. When you drink plenty of water, your body thanks you for that. That's something that you need. If you're low on water and high on caffeine, or low on water and high on a couple of drinks per night, just start to pay attention to how your body is reacting to those choices. The same with nutrition. When it's fueled more with foods of the earth versus processed, or if you have some food sensitivities, if your diet is including too many of those things that you're sensitive to, just again, pay attention to how your body feels. This message is not about removing things from your life and how you fuel yourself necessarily or specifically. Instead, it's about paying attention to what it is that you consume and how and why it is that you consume it, and then how your mind and body feel as a result of what you're fueling yourself with. If the glass of wine every night is interrupting your sleep and it's causing you to be more dehydrated and it's causing you to be not as energetic or sharp the next day, pay attention to that information so that you can then decide when that feels okay in your life and when it doesn't feel okay in your life. So that you can be an equalizer for yourself of when maybe you indulge and when maybe you don't. The idea of consumption in this message can also refer to what your mind is consuming. So pay attention to that as well. What are you consuming with your mind? And then how does that impact you overall? This message overall just has more to do with that kind of zoomed out picture of what in your life are you doing that has an effect that you don't like? And what in your life are you doing that has an effect that you do like? Become more in tune with the information. The let go component in this message is letting go of not looking at it, of not paying attention to it. I have a feeling that you're already thinking about some things in your life as you're listening to this message. It can be easier to just turn the other way and not look at it most times. The message is asking for you to let go of turning away from it and instead asking you to look at it and see what is going on there and let it inform some of the choices that you want to make. All three of these messages, then, they're based on what you need to let go so that you can open space in order to receive what it is that you want to receive and move in the direction that you desire to move in. You're going to be letting go of all of these things so that you can create space and move forward. The first message, letting go of the ways that you've learned you should do things, as well as letting go of the I'll just do it myself mentality. This will very much open your perspective to the path that is right for you. So you will no longer be bogged down with having to keep up with these so-called rules and ways that you're supposed to do something. And instead, by removing those, you open up space for what is right for you. Carrying all of that, I'll just do it myself message over into the second message, then, you're going to open up space by getting rid of the I'll just do it myself. You can't fill your time like that and then expect for what you want to be able to find a space to arrive. You're going to have to discern what it is that is truly meant for you to do and how you can hold others whole in what it's truly meant for them to do and not let those two paths cross. Get really focused on what is right for you, as well as evaluate that relationship you have to the victim mindset and the martyr mentality, because they're a byproduct of you doing things in order to feel like you are making yourself more valuable or creating value. Keeping those mindsets will not allow space to be created for what you want to come in and for you to move forward in the direction you desire. And then the third message, what is it that you're doing to either kind of numb out or create what is falsely presenting as joy, but doesn't actually fuel joy? It's false joy that you're fueling, and then the after effect is something that doesn't feel as great. It's not allowing for you to function as clearly, as energetically, as confidently as you could be. It's making this energetic space for you a little bit more hazy and foggy and low on energy and unsure and anxious. It's fueling some of that for you, even though you're using it for a moment of temporary pseudo joy. It's not opening up the space for actual clear curiosity and joy. So you have to let go of some of these things that you know you need to address so that you can feel like a healthier, happier human. Therefore, raising yourself energetically and opening that space for what you really want in life to come in. If what you heard today resonated, I'd love to support you in going deeper. Soul reading is one of my offerings. It's a 75-minute one-on-one session where I open your Akashic records and help you reconnect with what your soul already knows about your path, your purpose, and what's next. You can learn more in book at angelamckayllc.com/soul-reading. And if this episode landed for you, subscribe or follow so you don't miss what's coming next. New episodes drop every Wednesday. Thanks for being here, and until next time, take care.